So I'm going to introduce Darcie here. Darcie is a long-term follow-up. She is a little over a year after rhinoplasty, and I'm going to let her tell her story. So hit it, Darcie.
Yeah, so I was very, shy and withdrawn, and I've always felt beautiful, but I've always felt like there was something that could be a little bit better. And I think that was my nose. And after I got my nose done, just like 1 week after surgery even, I could see the new nose. And it just has completely transformed the way that I look at my own face and the way other people treat me sometimes even. Like when I walk into a room now, people will turn their heads, like it's kind of insane. And my confidence within myself is just at an all-time high. Like I've never felt better. I've never felt more beautiful. My confidence in my work even, like if I'm in a scene and I'm playing a pretty girl, I'm playing a pretty girl, I don't know, it truly, I did not expect that either. I know you thought there was a possibility that it would transform my life, but I did not, that was never what I really thought would happen at all.
Do you think that that's just you? Or do you, like, for example, when you walk into a room, do you think it's just you're more perceptive? Or do you think it really is people are looking at you more?
I think that it's a little bit of both, but I think people are looking at me more. I do. Not to, use social media as a metric, but my Instagram posts get more likes, more people follow me. My following count also is way higher, which is interesting. And I think that kind of does indicate that people do look at me more and people do, think that had an impact.
Okay, so one of the things, and I want to caveat this, so I want viewers, I'm going to say this 22,000 times, because in this world of mental health, I do not want people to calibrate their beauty based on how many likes they get. So please,
yeah.
You're right, okay, so I want to make that as a point out there. It is very interesting to me, and I'm going to take what you said as a sheer objective number.
Yes.
And go, cool, okay, objectivity wise, this is what's there. Now the second thing is in my opinion, this is my opinion now, I think that it's not just the nose, okay? I think this change in who you are, that whole is greater than the sum of the parts, which I like to use again, has changed who Darcie is. Mm-hmm. And so that is also kind of playing into all these metrics that you're getting feedback on.
Absolutely. If I'm meeting someone for the first time, I used to maybe meet them and be a little bit, shyer, but now when I'm introducing myself to somebody, I say, hi, I'm Darcie.
Yeah.
Like that's who I am. And I think it kind of carries over to my being photographed for my Instagram. If someone's taking a picture of me, maybe I used to kind of, try to hide a little bit, and now I'm just there in the picture. And I think that, I think that is why. I think my energy is better, my confidence is better, and I as a whole have become better.
As a person.
As a person.
Very interesting. So we made a point about mom, and you shared with me a little something about her. So mom's perspective. Yeah,
mom was very skeptical. I'm her daughter, A mother's daughter is the most beautiful thing in the world to them, just as they were born, It's the whole thing, but I kind of convinced her, I showed her, you helped me show her what I thought could be better. And, in her opinion, I'm sure it was just fine. But even after surgery, she has admitted to me that, I look better, I seem better, I feel better. She likes my nose. She thinks it's really cute, and it is. And, she's totally all for it now. And she was so skeptical before, but now she's totally happy with it.
One of my biggest regrets that I wish I had really gotten into this journey business that I'm recording has really been for the last 6-7 months.
Yeah.
I just intermittently did these things in the past. I really wish I had the opportunity to record you preoperatively, because like the person, like how clear you're speaking, how you're looking into the camera. I mean, just like it's to me, I remember you, and it's so night and day. I mean, it's a very big. I wish I had that opportunity as a regret, but it really is so amazing, the transformation to me. So as I said, you get to speak to 7.8 billion people, and they have Imagine you're speaking to Darcie's twin from another mother who's thinking about this, who has anxiety, who is sitting there researching. What would you say to them?
I would say go for it. I know that it can be daunting, but you know, I think that it's worth it. And it's a change that will last you the rest of your life, you know? So short-term scary, long-term awesome is what I would say.
I like that. Short-term scary, long-term awesome. I like that. That's a new hashtag for us.
And I would also mention that just quickest recovery. I never would have thought that the recovery process would be so fast, you know? I was so shocked by that, genuinely, because it seems like, you know, that would not be the way it would be. You see these, you know, like footage of people with the
blackness
and
all
stuff,
that.
And I didn't get bruising under my eyes. You know, it wasn't awesome. I mean, it was awesome. It was obviously like
you had
recovery.
Surgery.
I had surgery, you know, but so fast, like
How many pain pills did you take?
None. Not even an Advil. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah. So let me kind of share with you why. Okay. So there's some rationale to this. So if you had been operated by me 15, 16 years ago, you would have had bruising for sure. Okay. So in the last 5 years, I have really changed my technique. Okay. So number one, you had no packing in your nose.
None.
There were no splint on top. There was nothing. I mean, all you had were those little Band-Aid looking strips, and that's it. And a lot of major intraoperative changes that I've done, this is how we get this result. Okay, it is crazy. It's even mind-boggling to me.
Yeah.
Like sometimes patients who I see and I say, hey, we're not going to use a splint. They're like, what? You're not using a splint? Yeah, there are no tampons in your nose. There's nothing, right? I mean, you could essentially, if you were comfortable with the Band-Aid strips, we have some of our patients now that go shopping the night of surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I got dinner. Yeah.
See, I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal, and it really is pretty awesome because it's all the technique. The technique has definitely changed, and that's what allows us to do this.
It's incredible.
So you get a nice, healthy patient like yourself, and you're doing, you know, what my new dorsal preservation technique. It's pretty awesome. I mean, it's insane. It is insane. Like, you went out for dinner the night of surgery. How cool is that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty awesome. Parting words? Anything to say?
Do it. If you want to do it, do it. I think that's all I got.
So a couple words from me that I'd like to end with. First of all, Darcie, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Of course.
Okay, here's the reason why I'm thanking you so much. Not just for just being here, that's the more basic level. You have no idea how you actually are helping other people. Okay, so when we throw stuff on the internet, it's kind of like it's a whiteboard. We just throw it up there, and it's really interesting, the karmic consequence of the world and how it helps everybody. So there are people out there who are going to be sitting here going, God, what does it feel like to have a rhinoplasty? And your words are helping these people in that process. They may have even just had surgery and they're feeling kind of down or whatever it is. It allows them to go, okay, let me kind of reset my emotional meter. So thank you for sharing, being open, being completely transparent, and just kind of throwing it out there, because you have no idea how it helps everybody.